to a quick take now. We go back to the NFL because Josh Allen is going to play tonight in Thursday Night Football. The Bills looking to follow up their dominant Week 11 performance when they go up against the Texans and their #1 defense on Thursday Night Football. So, RC, I'll go to you first. How concerned are you that Josh Allen is going up against such a good defense here in the Texans?
I mean, you have to be concerned, especially with Josh Allen having to do so much for this Buffalo Bills offense. The Houston Texans can get after the quarterback with the best of them. They can get after you with 4. DeMeco Ryans adds second-level rushers, and Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are the 2 best rushers as a tandem in this entire league. And on the outside, a guy like Derek Stingley who can turn the football over whenever you try him. So they have to get the run game going with James Cook, and then Josh Allen's going to have to make some of those hero plays we saw him make against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And before I stop this, though, shout out to the Divine Nine. Yo, Noob! Sweet Noob!
Look at you engaging the crowd. All right, let's keep it moving here.
I like that.
Are you ready to respond? Let's go to Drake Maye. Here we go to the Patriots. Drake Maye and the Patriots have taken a huge step forward so far this season. They are on a roll in New England. They currently are riding an 8-game win streak, and they're tied with the Broncos for the best record in the league at 9-2. Despite this, though, our very own Cam Newton has been hesitant to jump on the Patriots bandwagon. And yesterday, Drake Maye was asked about Cam's comments, and he responded. Listen to this.
Cam Newton said the Patriots are fool's gold. That was his words, not mine. Do you hear those things? Do you react those things? Any comment on that?
Oh no, I don't even. I don't even know what show he's on. I think they get paid to make remarks and make certain comments. So just worried about what people in our organization think and worried about what we think and my teammates think, and everybody's gonna have different opinions. So we should go out there on Sunday and worry about ourselves.
Floor is yours, Cam. Go ahead.
Hold on real quick. Let me. See, I got to stand on business right here, you know what I'm saying? Because I need him, as in Drake Maye, to understand this. Now, being in this position as a member of the media, there's a lot of things that are not always done. And it's always this. Things can be taken out of perspective. Things can be taken out of context. Now, I did say the Patriots are fool's gold. And I'm going to stand on that. I was referring to the fact that it was a question that was asked. Does the AFC now go through the Patriots or New England? I said fool's gold. Why did I say fool's gold? Because there's not a soul in this beautiful gymnasium that will say they will take Drake Maye over a wild card winner in Patrick Mahomes, in Lamar Jackson. Drake Maye, respectfully, you're having a great season. But I also put Drake Maye in a position where it's like, we don't really know, similar to Indiana Jones. So, to the reporter that asked the question, that was a great job because columnists typically do these type of things just to poke the bear. But this is merely a warning. Don't keep poking this bear.
RC?
I think, first off, Drake Maye, that's the right answer. That's the answer I expect Drake Maye to give. Drake Maye's in that building, and Drake Maye is the leading candidate for the MVP. Right? The New England Patriots are second to the Denver Broncos in the entire AFC. Drake Maye is a dude that just in this second year is playing at a level that is higher than a Patrick Mahomes this year, that is higher than a Josh Allen this year, that is higher than a Lamar Jackson this year. So why should he be concerned with whatever we're saying, whatever Cam Newton's saying, or whatever anybody outside of that building is saying, because the film is hot. And when your film is hot, you ain't got to answer to nobody. That's why the Philadelphia Eagles have to answer questions. You know why? Because the film isn't as hot as people think it should be. And so now people are putting their own perspectives and their own thoughts onto them. When you watch Drake Maye, ain't nothing you can say about this kid. He can run it. He's tough. He's poised. And he's absolutely dynamic in the pass game. And this team under Mike Vrabel can win the AFC Championship.
He's also a liar. He's also a liar. First of all, let me tell you, it's not to brag. Listen, Pardon the Interruption is the #1 show on ESPN spanning 20-plus decades. First Take is the #1 morning show, 13 years and counting. April will be 14 years. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that Cam Newton ain't on this show. You lying. That's #1. #2, I'm going to take it to a more serious tone with that because I get where you're coming from, RC, and I don't disagree with you. But how about athletes looking out for athletes? I remember when there was a time when it was so much media that we were saying, athletes, once you're not playing anymore because of your expertise, y'all should be on TV. The opportunity should be there. One of the problems, I'm sitting here right in front of y'all, right? This is First Take. There's nothing that I know about football that they haven't taught me. I was a reporter. Ain't play no damn football. Don't tackle me. Don't hit me. No, I don't want it. You understand what I'm saying? I sit up there and I learn from these folks, the people that played in this game, that, oh, when it's over, what are we looking for? What do we want to do? And the media offers former professional athletes opportunities that corporate America, for the most part, ain't doing. But a professional athlete performing because he in his feelings, because somebody might have critiqued him, or some weak-ass reporter or pundit on radio gonna ask the question out of context. Out of context. They misquote Cam, all right, because like Cam said, he was talking about the Patriots, not him, and you're gonna ask the question, well, ask it accurately instead of misrepresenting Cam Newton. And if you're a player, how about knowing that, yo, Drake Maye, you were at Carolina. We like what we're seeing from you now. We didn't see that last year in New England. We damn sure didn't see it in North Carolina. He's a national champion, undefeated, Heisman Trophy winner, okay? He's done it. #1 overall pick. You ain't take the Patriots to the Super Bowl yet. This brother did. And your response is going to be, man, please, I don't even know what show.
No, don't do that. No. Stephen A., I'm not going to let you do that because that's not how he answered the question. Like, Drake Maye don't even have that sort of energy. Now, if you want to go to the reporter and say, hey, man, do your own research. Come up with your own questions. Watch your own film. Then that's one thing. But these dudes can respond to us however they want to respond to us.
No,
just because we played, we don't get to say whatever we want about them, and they don't get the opportunity to tell us what they feel. He didn't disrespect them.
I didn't say that.
And honestly, this is true, too.
I didn't say no.
It's one thing if they say, Stephen A. said this, everybody knows what show Stephen A. on. Yeah. Everybody might not know that he don't do this 2 days.
Let me say this.
Like, I'm not going to let you do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not going to do that, RC. Well, go ahead.
Thank you. You are right. But at the end of the day, my quarrel of the misunderstanding about where I stand, because this topic is in essence about me, it's not with Drake Maye. Because what people should know is the night he got drafted, him and all of his brothers gave me that decency and respect to say, hey, bro, we from Charlotte, North Carolina. We really rock with you. One of his touchdowns this year, he did do the Superman. And when I say poking the bear, that's my challenge to all members of the media to say, y'all been doing this strategy for so long, and now, yes, does he respond to those things? I've been in that building that he is. And he may not know what to what extreme or the accuracy that Cam was, in essence, talking about. I mean, for Christ's sake, I am on a lot of shows. BET 106 in Sports. The great Stephen A. Smith brought me on the First Take along with others. Then you got Funky Friday. Then you got 4th and 1. So he may have said, which one are we talking about? So at the end of the day, for me, it's this understanding of I'm a Drake Maye fan. But Drake Maye, you still have to prove yourself in a situation where I do not think that the AFC goes through New England when you have a potential Lamar Jackson that's out there and obviously a Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That's good. That's corporate Cam. That's professional Cam. We don't want to see petty Cam. Because
I feel like he come everywhere you go anyway.
No. See.
I know you ain't leaving when we came to Bethune-Cookman.
No.
This the place to bring him.
I had to talk to my therapist this morning. I said, God, help me today. I know something that someone will try me. He said, At ease, Cam. You good. Go in peace. So that's what my therapist told me, so therefore, I come in peace.
Okay. You
I
can be
appreciate that,
peaceful.
because I didn't know about the love and the super. I didn't know about that.
There you go.
Got it.
And we've added on. We've added on.
Yeah, baby.
Can I?
Go ahead, Cam.
Can I?
Go ahead, Cam.
Can I? Hell, Wildcats! Hell, Wildcats! Hell, Rattlers!
That's all.
I like that.
All right, we got two more stars now joining us from the pivot. Obviously, RC is here with us now, but we got Channing Crowder, and we also have Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor is here with us now. And guys, we're going to go to the NFL here and talk a little bit about the Browns and Shedeur Sanders, because he began his NFL career as QB4, but this weekend, Shedeur Sanders is now going to be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns when he makes his first pro debut against the Raiders in Las Vegas. Shedeur's NFL debut came this past Sunday in a loss to the Ravens. He struggled, but now obviously he's going to have a full week of practice with the ones. And so, what are we going to make of Shedeur Sanders? What does he have to do this weekend, Channing?
First, he has to go out there and ball, but you got to put it all on Front Street first. The man got kidnapped by the organization up front. They didn't want him. Then they got him after Dylan Gabriel. Now they're trying to work the man back in. If he balls in his first attempt on the field, after having no snaps at practice with no starters, don't kidnap this man. Mommy wanted me. Daddy didn't want me. If he balls this week, he has to start. And flat out, he's better than Dylan Gabriel. I just said it 100 times.
But I'll say it this way. I'll say it this way, not to you, Fred. That's what the narrative, you would think so, but my challenge to Shedeur is play a clean game. Play within yourself and allow your talent to take over when you have an opportunity to take over, right? I think so much is to be said about how Kevin Stefanski has handled this situation or has mismanaged this situation, but nevertheless, we're here now.
Yeah.
Figure it out and make it happen. What you got, Fred?
Yeah, I think last I checked, I'm old school, right? So injury can't allow you to lose your starting job. But the Browns are desperate, so who knows what they're going to do there. I think for Shedeur, he has to come in and show some consistency, right? Not just being in the moment, but show that he can just stack reps and stack plays and continue to go out there and make plays and not flinch, because he's talented. But what he's going to give them Sunday, who knows? It's all about the coaching staff, set him up, putting him in the right situations, unlike they did a week ago. Because when they were in the lead, they came out, they passed the ball. Set him up, have a run game, try to ease him into that, get some quick throw opportunities for him. And when you set him up that way, you give him an opportunity to gain confidence. Gain that confidence, that's what he needs, and then he'll be okay.
Y'all talk about what he needs to do. Let me tell you what he can't do. He can't look like last week. That cannot happen, because let's call it what it is. I don't care what anybody say. A two-time coach of the year harbors some responsibility for that quarterback looking ill-prepared. That bothers me. They didn't put him in a position where he looked prepared. No cadence, no calls, no anything. No work with the first team whatsoever at all. And when you know your QB2 is a rookie and your QB1 is an undersized dude that got to get the ball out of his hands inside of 2 seconds. Otherwise, he's a concussion waiting to happen, which is what happened. You got to have Shedeur Sanders better prepared than that. And I don't believe that Kevin Stefanski had him better prepared. So because of that, he goes out, he completes 25% of his passes. Now you made the announcement on a Wednesday, this is going to be your starting quarterback. Obviously, he's going to get reps with the first team. And because of that, you combine that with him going against the Raiders. The Raiders. This is the Raiders, y'all. We all know how they've looked this year. You've got to look better than that. Just make sure. He doesn't have to be spectacular or anything like that. He just has to look better than what he looked like last year.
We're bouncing around it. This game against the Raiders is his only chance. If Shedeur Sanders balls and this team wins, Shedeur Sanders is named the starter for next week. I don't care if Dylan Gabriel is healthy. I don't care if Dylan Gabriel looks like he could come back. If Shedeur plays well against the Raiders and wins, he should be the starter.
Right.
Inversely, if he doesn't, that's on him. Nobody's going to come up there and say Kevin Stefanski didn't prepare him. Nobody's going to come up there and talk about what he has around him. The Raiders are terrible. An absolute terrible football team. A team that the Cleveland Browns, with that defense, with Quinshon Judkins, with some of the pieces in Jerry Jeudy that you have around them, Tillman, you got to go out and make plays. And Shedeur Sanders has to know that this is not a game no more. You got your opportunity. Everybody in this gym been waiting for Shedeur Sanders to play. Right? So Shedeur Sanders better understand what's at stake this week. This is not about beating the Raiders. This is a career-defining moment as early as you can possibly have one, and he better approach it like that.
But is it just about a win? Because the Raiders are terrible. He just wins and doesn't play well.
He got to play well.
Yeah.
He got to play well because, you know, the shrapnel of criticism is going to come in his direction. You know there's enough cats out there because of how everything is unfolded since entering the draft. How everything is unfolded, there's cats rooting for him, there's cats rooting against him. We think there's some people within the organization that don't necessarily want him to succeed within the Cleveland Browns. So knowing all of that, you got your opportunity. You're absolutely right, RC.
Yeah.
This is his moment. He's got to capitalize.
You laid out how bad the Raiders are, and no disrespect to the Raiders, but they are not a good football team. So if Shedeur just simply wins, then he solidifies the starting job.
No.
You think yes, RC?
No, absolutely not.
No.
He has to play well.
He has to play well.
Like, Shedeur Sanders has to be a reason why they win. Listen, Dylan Gabriel ain't done nothing to keep this job. Fred saying that you can't lose a job to injury, well, hell, you got to actually have a firm grip on it to not lose it to injury. This team has not played well. You got Myles Garrett's the best football player on planet Earth. He has 5 sacks and 4 sacks, and you still get your doors blown off. If you got a quarterback that goes in and does the simple things that Dylan Gabriel does, right? You got to do those, the coaching things. Right. Now go do something that he can't. Take hold of this job and win this game.
So to that point, I always say this, you know, to the players at C1N. You don't have to do anything special to be special, right? It's a very common, you know, kind of statement, but it's true. Now, if you look at the stat line at the end of the game, Shae, you say to yourself, hey, Shedeur Sanders had 2 interceptions, and those interceptions was bad interceptions. He had 3 or 4 sacks that was his fault. He didn't slide the protection the right way. Those are the type of things that we say, okay, you have to play well. Now, playing well doesn't automatically mean you have to throw for 250, 300 yards, or even 200 yards. Playing well is saying, hey, my read is right there, the mic point's right there, it's going there, and that's where the ball went. I gave my guy an opportunity. It tipped off of his helmet, and that's why it was an interception. Yep. It can't be because you're looking this way, and then you get your back blew off because you didn't slide the protection in the right way. Hey. Those are all things slow off. Whoa. Please. Give me grace. Give me grace. It was a football analogy, damn it. Like, slow down, bro. Come on, slow down. I was trying to slide the protection and then. Okay.
You know what? Slide down.
Get me out of here, bro. Help me out, bro.
I don't want your protection.
Get me out of here.
Let Channing and Fred jump in. What do you guys think?
You want a guy to come in and save an offense that's already terrible. All that he's supposed to do, you saying slide the protection, get this right. It's a terrible offense he's walking into.
That's a fact.
So how is he going to go out here and ball when he's in one of the worst offenses in the league? So now you're saying go make your career in this terrible offense with limited weapons, with no protection. It's young
unfair,
man, go do your thing.
It's unfair, but he has to.
That's the point.
It's unfair, but he has to.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. He doesn't play for anybody else. He plays for this Cleveland Browns team.
Yeah.
He plays for this Cleveland Browns team that they're saying, you know what, there's an offensive coordinator, Fred. There's a head coach that might not want him, where the GM wants him, the owner's willing to go there. He's got to do it no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, it's a lot of bigger issues outside of Shedeur, but for Shedeur, he has to embrace this opportunity. He should be lighting up this entire week ready for Sunday. You've been waiting on this moment. We've all been waiting on this moment. What you going to do with it? That's what it comes down to.
We'll find out. We'll find out as the Browns will face the Raiders this weekend, and we'll have a lot to say about Shedeur Sanders, obviously, on Monday here on First Take.